Happy Valentine's Day. This is Steve David Kozich, Chief Spiritual Officer and Senior Minister for the Love Makers Foundation, and
Deborah Kozich.
And she's our Chief Executive Officer. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This is our special Valentine's Day love message. And it's not going to be like our typical love message. You know that for the last 5 years, we've been talking about love, bringing love to the world, creating the love revolution. But today, we're just going to talk about romantic love. Romantic love is exceedingly difficult to define. Romantic love, it can range in a continuum from total lust, total physical animal lust, to the highest, long-lasting, divine, spiritual relationship. It's a continuum. And quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, I haven't figured out exactly what makes an amazing romantic love that lasts. I'm in that relationship right now, but how did it happen? What are the elements? There are just so many variables in that continuum of romantic love. It's beyond intellectual knowledge, because you have yourself and then you have your lover. You have the way then you both interact. There are numerous variables that's hard to put together. But I know this, when love is there, it's there. When romantic love is there, it's amazing. I wish that everyone could have a love like they saw in The Notebook, that wonderful movie based on the Nicholas Sparks novel of the same name, starring Rachel McAdams and Gina Rowlands as Allie, and Ryan Gosling and James Garner as Noah. It goes from a young couple to an older couple, and what happens is you have the wife, Allie, who has dementia, and she's regressing quickly, losing her memory. And James Garner is telling her the story of their love. And so you go back, and then you see the young Allie and Noah, played by Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, and the excitement and the passion of their love, kissing in the rain. She was engaged, but he loved her, and she loved him, and nothing could keep them apart. They exploded in love. And of course, 40, 50 years later, when Allie has dementia and James Garner ends up having a heart attack, and they're in the same nursing home, they end up dying together. But that love was not only that passion as youngsters, but the spiritual, wonderful love as they die together near the end of the movie. Do we want that? For me, you want something that transcends that lust, although it's great. And tonight we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss love, because Jesus did have a statement about love, and he said basically, love your companion like yourself, in the Gospel of Thomas, saying 25. Romantic love is so amazing. The love is unspeakable, because this love transcends time, it transcends space. Deborah, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that, love is an infinite energy, infinite feeling that we have, that when it's experienced at a higher level, it's actually experienced in a way that is felt with passion and respect.
Passion and respect. What about that lust? What about the lust? When you first see somebody, the chemistry.
You just can't get enough of it.
That's right.
It's
amazing. It's amazing. But as Balzac, the French novelist, wrote, true love is eternal, infinite, always like itself. It is equal and pure, without violent demonstrations. It is seen with white hairs and always young in the heart. In other words, it's a deep love. And when you talk about how to love your lover, it's intimacy. It's tenderness. It can be passion. It can be loving unconditionally. And when two people love each other unconditionally, magic happens. If the chemistry is there, the love, the emotions there, the spirituality is there, because you're loving that person no matter what. No matter the conditions, because you love that someone. But again, all these variables. What I've noticed, and I did an analysis of divorce, and of course, our grandparents, being a baby, we're both a couple of baby boomers, but our grandparents, 65-70% of those people stayed married and were married. And then the baby boomers, we came in and upset the apple cart. Freedom, burning bras, going for it. Going for self-happiness, self-worth. The women coming into the forefront, equality, but higher divorce rate. 36% of all baby boomer marriages end in divorce. And then you have Gen X. Again, 30% divorce rate, sort of in there. And then you have, of course, the Melennials getting married later in life. Only 26% divorce rate, but they're not as old. Basically, people are more careful. Economics, women in the workforce, et cetera, a lot of factors. But the one thing that's going to keep us together as a society, it's going to keep the world together, is love. And whether you're married or not, and again, romantic love, it depends on the level of commitment you want, but it's love that's going to keep everything together. It's love that's going to keep us together. It's love where you're going to find true happiness. Now, if you don't have a lover, it doesn't matter, because you can build that self-love up and that connection with all that is, and you will feel great too. Because love is the most powerful force in the world. Because in the world, as Maya Angelou wrote, in all the world there is no heart for me like yours. In all the world there is no love for you like mine. And that can be to God, that can be to your lover. But there's tenderness, and you do things for that person, not because you have to, because you want to. You want that person to succeed, not because it's an ego thing, but because that person is important to you as your own self is important to you. It's love.
It's you wanting to bring out the best in your partner as they would want to bring out the best in you.
That's right. Now, Deborah, do you have anything that you want to add specifically about romantic love? And how to love your lover before we go to the he said, she said session?
How to love your lover. Treat your lover the way you want to be treated, with respect and kindness and compassion.
Yes.
It's so important. It's not always reciprocal though. So when you're treating someone with love and with kindness and compassion, both partners need to be willing to do that to make it a respectful union.
Yeah, well, and again, when Valentine's Day, you're giving. I love to give flowers and gifts and take that special someone, well, she's right here, take that special someone to dinner, a very romantic dinner, a little wine, some wonderful food, candlelight, a drive into the moonlight to watch the stars. Those are the things that are romantic, but you have to do something. You have to give something to your lover. And intimacy,
you
tenderness.
have to also know that you're worthy of it. You have to know that you're worthy of it.
And that's self-love, right?
Yes, that's self-love. You deserve to be loved, and it starts with loving yourself and to know that you're worthy of that. And then once you're knowing that, and you build up those self-love beliefs, knowing that you are worthy and deserving, then you can share that with whoever. Yeah,
exactly. And again, it's part of our love paradigm, where you're acting in love, the giving, all the stuff in love. You have that self-love, unconditional love, and then if you want to, you can connect to that divine, but also it starts with passion. So now we're going to, Deborah, that was very well done. And look at that smile. I mean, that's a loving smile for you and apparently for me.
Well, there's so much to share on love.
Yeah, there is. We wish we could go hours. Maybe we'll do a podcast one day. But now it's our famous, the first time we've done this, it's our famous he said, she said section of this beautiful love message. And I'm going to ask Deborah a question that she has to answer, that I'm going to come back strong. So, Deborah, what turns you on about romantic love?
Oh, romantic love.
Oh, by the way, these questions are unscripted.
Romantic love. The feeling of being desired and the intimacy of the connection, the excitement.
Yeah, hey, and I'm going to come back with that. Yeah, it's the intimacy of the connection. You know, even though we've been married for 8-9 years, hey, look, there's still some chemistry. It's, you know, chemistry is there, but that unconditional love, it excites me that someone loves me unconditionally and that I love someone unconditionally. That's exciting, but that creates chemistry. It creates connectivity. It creates oneness between two people, and who knows what else. The spiritual energy comes in. It is sublime.
It creates a healthy relationship.
Okay, very good. Question number 2, Deborah. How important is sex and romantic love?
Oh, sex and romantic love is very important because it allows a spiritual connection between the two partners. It creates oxytocin, which is energy that makes you feel good about yourself and your partner. It creates a connection that's, I feel, inseparable because it's special.
Okay, Deborah, thank you for that scientific analysis. You know, look, it's raw energy. Sex is raw energy. You know, I think there's a continuum way beyond that, a continuum, but let's face it. I think as any couple, depending, it doesn't matter what kind of couple, if you have that sexual energy, it's going to propel it and keep it going. But it has to be balanced out. But yeah, there's nothing better than raw sexual energy manifesting in physicality, manifesting in emotion. You know, I once had a long-term platonic relationship, but there was sexual energy there. So yeah, but actually having sex in a relationship is great too. So have as much sex as you can in your relationship. Deborah, question number 3. What is the most romantic thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh, sitting under the stars at night, getting a kiss when there was, by you actually.
Oh, by me. Okay.
As a comet.
Okay.
Dropped right below us to let us know that that kiss was blessed and that it was a very special, intimate time.
Wow, that is romantic. I'm going to go with marrying you at sunset, Deborah, in Corona Del Mar.
Yes.
You know, had the kids there, I had my favorite minister, but I had you. And you were in a beautiful, sort of slightly off-white dress, looking at me, holding me, as we put that rings on, and we said our vows. That was very romantic.
That was very romantic.
But, you know, so far so good. It keeps getting better. You know, babe, I do love you.
And the comments are blessing.
That's right. So there you go. You know, this moment, our love is blossoming, but we're not using ourselves as an example here. You find your love. You love your lover. You know, there are no rules to romantic love. There are just qualities, characteristics.
But wait, I have a question for you.
Well, yes. Okay, shoot.
So, because we're celebrating Valentine's Day, which is love and passion,
yes.
What is your favorite part of Valentine's Day?
Going to bed with my lover.
Oh, okay. That's mine too.
Well, I don't know. It's all part of the day. It's all part of tenderness. I can't say that, you know, being in bed with somebody is more special than looking into somebody's eyes and telling them you love them. I think that when you talk about romance, you're talking about, you know, giving yourself. Because, you know, the thing about sex is it doesn't last. But if I turn around and tell you that I love you, you know, that's something that can last. You know, it's the love that lasts that I have focused on in my life. When you find someone that shares this deep commitment to love because they are loving, because they find somebody that they want to love, I think that's very special.
You see them at a deeper level.
That's
it's
right.
like you see beauty with eyes of love. You see their heart.
Yes.
You see at a deeper level. So like when David was saying, you look into each other's eyes, you're actually looking into each other's heart.
Yes.
And you're feeling what they're feeling. And you're loving what they're loving. And it's reciprocated. It's a great practice too, is to look into each other's eyes.
Well, hey, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to close it with a prayer, then we're going to move on and just let you get to your very special Valentine's Day celebration, or, why not keep the Valentine's Day celebration going on through the holiday? But again, if you don't have a partner, keep that celebration. Give yourself more love. Do something for yourself. Yes. Dear God, this moment, we know that love, romantic love, is a very special gift from God, and we cherish our lovers. Know that we are love. Know that we know that love and express infinite love each and every moment of our lives. We know that our connection to love is a connection to all that is. We thank you for knowing and attempting to understand what love is and living in love in our lives, because we know the more we live in love, the more we are loved, the more we attempt to become absolute love, that we will attract and are attracting this moment everything in our lives. Love. I release these words as absolute truth. So it is so, amen. So we just want to say thank you for sharing your Valentine's Day weekend with us. We are thankful for our love makers. We are thankful for anybody who's watching this video. But quite frankly, we're thankful for everybody in the human race, all 8 billion plus of us. We want everybody to experience this love. So our prayers and our thanks are to you. But for you watching this video and to our love makers, thank you for spreading love, more love in the world.
Yes. And remember, every day, love is the way.
Love is the way. Go in peace.